The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily represent those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting group. Get involved with Access Fort Wayne and make your own television programming. Call 421-1250 to find out more.
Well, the midnight headlights blind you on a rainy night. Steep grade up ahead, slow me down, making no time. But I gotta keep rolling. The windshield wipers slapping out a tempo, keeping perfect rhythm with the song on the radio. But I gotta keep rolling. Ooh, I'm driving my life away, looking for a better way. Well, the midnight headlights blind you on a rainy night. Steep grade up ahead, slow me down, making no time. But I gotta keep rolling. Those windshield wipers slapping out a tempo, keeping perfect rhythm to the song on the radio. But I gotta keep rolling. Ooh, I'm driving my life away, looking for a better way.
This one is so cute. I still think this is so cute.
The little one?
Yeah. They have this one out there at Trusted Club. It's so cute.
Tomorrow we'll be picking up trash.
Go ahead.
Okay, we are back out here at Trusted Club, and this is very small. It's a real tiny Irish twat. This is real cute. We need to get the wide shot of it from the outside. It's real nice. You got your steering wheel here. You got the seat belt here. You got your park neutral flag thing. Wow, this is nice.
Nice seats, too.
Yeah, it is. This is real nice. And it's so small, too. It don't even look like a Thomas toilet. And stay tuned for more.
You're on.
We are back out here at the open streets, and this is another garbage truck. This one is different. They have private seats on both sides. Yeah, that's right. This is Dublin. But it's neat. Stay tuned for more. I want to make sure when you're getting out of the truck, you go down backwards, not frontwards. Like that. And don't be a hatter.
I'm going to keep this rolling because I want to see if you know how to get out the proper way.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Backwards. And
No, she did this in the other one too.
She did that other one too.
Better picture.
Yes, it is. That's awesome.
We're working on a project for the Cedar Creek. We're doing a watershed management plan to see what is affecting the water quality in the Cedar Creek. And you can use the water bugs as an indicator of what the water quality is. So I went out, these guys here are actually from the Willow Creek, which feeds into the Cedar Creek. And I didn't get as many bugs as I wanted, so we went down to the pond. Grabbed some other things. Nice. But, I mean, you guys know what those are.
They look like tadpoles.
They're tadpoles. Frogs are a good indicator of water quality because they're very sensitive to changes in the water system. We also have a giant water bug. That's actually his name, giant water bug. Not very creative. We've got a little fish in there. But over here, we've got, you know that guy? Crayfish? Yep.
Oh, he's so cute.
And this is the habitat of a crayfish. So they come from all the way down from the water table and they can dig their way up. And that's when you get these little mud mounds that you've probably seen in the park or somewhere. And then in here, I dumped the crayfish earlier on accident, so sorry about that. That guy is going to grow up to be a dragonfly.
Okay.
And that is a damselfly. That is not right. But these are dragonfly larvae. This guy, there's two different kinds. So you've got the little guy and then you've got that guy. And they get huge. And they'll eat all these little guys. He will too, that's why he's separate. And then we also have a damselfly larva in here. He's very tiny. Oh, he's right there. You can see him.
So little.
Yeah. And he'll get big too. He'll get about that big before he cracks open to be a dragonfly. So they'll climb up a leaf, dry on the underneath, and then their back kind of cracks open and the fly comes out. That's cool. Yeah. So if you're ever out on the water, just go up and flip leaves over, and you might see like a cicada skeleton. You see, you might see one of those there, or you might see one about to hatch out. It's always fun to look. For me, anyway.
Beautiful for spacious skies, for 40s and into the 1850s, after which the canal activity really calmed down. None of those buildings are still here because they were not what the insurance companies call fireproof. They may have been built of brick, but they were wood on the inside, and once they caught on fire, they burned. I have read old newspaper articles about fires that burned 3 blocks. Burned 3 blocks in this area. These buildings are relatively new enough, but they are considered fireproof by the insurance companies. They're concrete on the inside. They have steel frames, and they are still here. Now, the oldest building on this block, left on the landing, is at the other end of it, on the south side, facing Calhoun Street. It's the Keystone Building, where the prosecutor's office is. That was built in 1865. The other old buildings are on the north side, and they date from 1890 through 1917. They are fireproof, so they're still here. In the canal days, the buildings actually faced that way because the canal was where the railroad is now. But now they face Columbia Street, which before it was closed over there, went from here all the way over to the river, then continued on into what is now Lakeside. So there was this whole long stretch of Columbia Street, all of which was, related to the canal and then over here. And it was just warehouses and businesses and wholesalers and all that kind of business. But this is what it is now. The landing has gone up, it's gone down, it's gone up, it's gone down, and this latest really very good historical preservation project and renovation project, it's really on and up now. And you can see it's beautiful, people love it. A little girl on that last group, her dad painted the bison mural.
Oh, nice.
So that's really cool. Yeah. And because Fort Wayne has always been a transportation hub, first with the portage, then with the canal, then with the railroads, and even now with still railroads, but also highways, Fort Wayne needed what? Hotels, because there were people coming and going. So one of the themes while we go down this part of Harrison Street is kind of a hotel row.
Yeah.
On the middle of the south side of the landing was a big hotel called originally the Wayne Hotel. It was like 5 or 6 stories tall. Its last owner called it the Rose Marie, and it was destroyed in an arson fire in 1974. That parking lot is the site of the Randall Hotel, which was another 6 or 8 story hotel, and it was there, and it has been destroyed. Not that building where the parking lot is. And now today we've got a new hotel. The black and white building down there is the Bradley. That's a new hotel that's being built there. So it's still kind of got the theme going. And we'll talk about some more hotels as we go on down here. But Fort Wayne has always been a place where people come and go and they need a place to stay while they're here. So we've always had plenty of hotels. And this is one of the streets that had a lot of them.
Yeah.
Because the nickel plate station was pretty close here. And the Pennsylvania station is right down the street. So this was an easy place to get from your train to your hotel from. Interestingly, it also had some good saloons. Where the Bradley is, on the corner, on its Main Street corner, at 1909 there was a saloon there that had a very famous murder, and with a really great story. And the prosecutors brought the mauled skull of the victim into the courtroom as part of proving how the murder happened. And during Prohibition, another block down, there was one of the Fort Wayne's many speakeasies. It was in the city directory as a soft drink and candy shop, but that was pretty much code for speakeasy. And there was one night there was a big raid in town. That was one of the many places raided. There was also a place on Lower Hampton Road, and some place in Springdale, and that place was raided too. So South Harrison Street has interesting. There used to be a bridge at this corner because there was a creek here, because this part of downtown, which is now downtown, was very marshy. There was a bunch of little streams running through it, and it was so bad they needed a bridge there. Wait, it's at this corner. Pardon me, I'm looking on you, but this corner. And if you stand down at the library plaza and look this way, you can see the street goes down and then back up. It's faint, but you can see it. And it looks like it's all dried up and it's gone, but it's really not. It's still there, it's just underground. And it is why the engineers who built Parkview Field had to put in a system of pumps underneath the outfield, because otherwise the grass would drown. Also, the library has pumps down in its basements, because they have to keep water out there. Now there was another hotel up there, the Maltese Hotel, and down here, where the Grand Wayne Center is, on that side, was the Keenan Hotel. That was a 12-story tall grand hotel. Mahogany and marble, the whole shebang. And that hotel had a good 50-year run. But by the 1960s, its rooms were too small, and other companies were building newer hotels downtown. And in 1974, the same family still owned it. They decided, we give up, this isn't working. There had been some fires and some problems. And 300 pounds of explosives later, boom, it was down. Now, Parkview Field up here is widely credited to be the project that got the new liveliness of downtown started. A lot of people don't realize that this end of it is a public park, and that on days when there's no games, the gates are open and it's free. You can just walk in there, you can walk around. Everything inside there is shut up, but you can walk around, and there's signs that tell you how long a lap is, so if you want to count your mileage and that kind of stuff.
I need to turn it.
And that was a good investment. And when we turn the corner and you get to see the Embassy and the Indiana Hotel, that was part of the 1920s boom of development coming this way and going that way in Fort Wayne. A really famous, nationally known theater designer designed the theater part of it, but Alvin Strauss, a very well-respected Fort Wayne-based architect who worked all over Indiana and the tri-state area, designed the hotel and the exterior of it. And you see the store windows that go along Harrison Street? Those are part of the hotel, and those are there on purpose, because this was designed to be a businessman's hotel, and the salesmen who stayed there could rent one of those storefronts and show their wares there and sell them to people and demonstrate them to people. So that was on purpose. That's what those are for.
Nice.
And then furthering the development on down here, we have the Lincoln National Life Insurance Headquarters and the Federal Building, which was built, those were both built in the 1920s. The Federal Building originally was the post office and federal courts. The post office had to get bigger, so it moved out, but that's still the federal courthouse. And this is still part of Lincoln National Life Insurance Company. And across the street down here on the other side of good old Powers Hamburgers is the Baker Street Station, which was built in the 1920s as the Pennsylvania Railroad Station. During World War II, 3,000 people a day went back and forth through there, getting on and off of trains. And see that big clock down there?
Yeah.
That clock is made out of copper. It weighs 2,000 pounds, and it was originally in front of the People's Trust Bank on Calvin Street. But the architectural firm that owns that and has its offices in there saved it and displays it out in front of their building. It's also an event center. You can rent it. You can rent the big hall for events. Okay, now if we go under this railroad elevation, that's the Pennsylvania station. The Wabash Railroad passenger station used to be on the other side of the tracks, but that's been torn down. And as we come out here, we are entering the neighborhood that was known as Irish Town. In the 1830s, a lot of Irish immigrants came to Fort Wayne, and they dug the Wabash and Erie Canal. And they lived in this neighborhood from Fairfield over to about Calhoun and maybe Clinton Street. And this area became known as Irish Town. And that is why, as we come down here, we'll see that it has St. Patrick's Catholic Church. But by the 1920s, when the Irish Townness was waning, here's a building that was built to be a car dealership. The man who built that hired an architect, built this place. Remember, this is when the Embassy and the Federal Building and the Lincoln Life were there. That man probably thought the world was coming his way when he opened his car dealership there.
Do you mind making sure we stop at Butler for me?
Okay, we need to stop at Butler.
Butler, yeah, pass it.
Oh.
No, I think we're almost.
Yeah, I think we should almost be there. That was the second stop, so the third.
Yeah, Butler should be up here.
And anyway, there's St. Patrick's, and that was built from 1890 to 1917. This is because it's the church, it's a school, it's the Lyceum, it's the rectory. And then gradually, the Irish town, so this was kind of the other side of the track sort of neighborhood, because the Irish were not well-to-do. But then, well-to-do people started moving in here and building beautiful big houses. And that have pillars and towers and porches and fancy windows and things like that. And then you get, Simpson United Methodist Church being built as a neighborhood church.
You said Butler? I think we passed it already.
Yeah, I
because
think
there's
so.
Pontiac. Sorry. I'm facing the wrong direction to see the signs. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
Do you want to ride it around again? We'll drop you off next time.
No, I'm trying to get to the show that's going on at Welch's, so I'll just maybe hop off at Pontiac.
Okay. Okay, when we turn the corner, we're going to go past the side of the Rialto Theater, which was built in 1923 by a man who was a Greek immigrant to Fort Wayne. He had owned the Broadway Theater, but he sold that to build this. And it was designed by Alvin Strauss, the regional architect. There it is, and it was thought to be, praised as very beautiful. And Marilyn Maxwell, who became an actress and is from Fort Wayne, before she was an actress, she worked as an usher here. And Mr. Heliotis also owned the building north of here, and this is.
Thank you.
Thank
I'll
you.
try to hop on it.
Sorry,
Let me
we
the rest
missed
of
it.
it. No, it's all good.
And he owned the building north of here, and it was the Rialto Furniture Company.
At one point, I think were they talking about reopening that sometime?
Well, a lot's been talked about it.
Yeah.
It's privately owned, it's a local historic district, it is protected. She's just watching out for the right next thing to do. I mean, theaters are a challenge.
Oh, yeah.
But it's protected. So anyway, the Harrison Street neighborhood developed, as residential and then commercial, kind of a mix of that. The neighborhood we're going into developed as residential. The north part of it developed with the very oldest part of Fort Wayne back in the 1830s and 40s and 50s. And then the south part of it developed, same times as that, with, after the Civil War and then into the 20s and then 30s and 40s. But this neighborhood has something that neighborhood does, and I'll tell you about it after we turn the corner. So.
Yeah.
This neighborhood has, the Harrison Street neighborhood doesn't have, is a big park. And this neighborhood has Reservoir Park. And it is named Reservoir Park because in 1880, the city needed a way to add water pressure to its water utility, so it built this hill. And at the top of it, it built a 4.8 million gallon concrete tank, filled it with water from deep wells, and then used the height of it to create water pressure to get the water into people's homes. That worked great for a long time. In 1916, Reservoir Park was the site of the city's celebration of the state centennial. They put seating on the other side of the hill to seat 14,000 people, and over a week's time, 50,000 people attended the pageant that they presented on a stage on the island in the pond over there. there. William Howard Taft, the president, came and gave a speech at the beginning to kick it all off. By the 1950s, the tank wasn't any good anymore, so the city needed to get rid of it. They wanted to just tear the whole thing down, but there are two problems. One, that was very expensive, and two, people liked the hill and wanted to keep it. So in the end,
I've been up there once.
They cut the top off the tank, drained it, filled it in, and left the hill. So now we have our great city.
I like go. You can see everything.
You can see everything. Yeah, it's very cool. Okay, see this elevation here?
Yeah.
Nobody ever talks about this, and they talk about the north one because that was the problem. That wasn't finished. The north one wasn't done until 1954. This one was finished in 1923. Wow. So by the time we had cars, basically, this was elevated. It was never an issue down here. Now, and the Pennsylvania Railroad did that. Now, from here where the post office is, about 3 miles that way was the Pennsy Railroad Shops. Huge industrial complex that built hundreds of locomotives and thousands of railroad cars for the Pennsylvania Railroad. We were big as a railroad center, and that was part of it. That was a big part of it. It wasn't the only shops the Pennsylvania Railroad had, but it was one of them. And we, in the end, didn't build the biggest locomotives in Pennsylvania. We built some of the fastest ones. Now, up here in a few blocks, we'll go past the Arch office, my office, which is one of the oldest buildings in town. It was built in 1841. And it is the only building still standing in town that has documented Underground Railroad activities. There are other sites in town that were part of the Underground Railroad, but they're not standing anymore. So this one is still there. It's right up here. You can see it on the left. It's a little green house.
Right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then look at that right there real quick. That opened in 1924 as a filling station, believe it or not. It was advertised as Fort Wayne's most beautiful filling station, and it was Fort Wayne's first 24-hour service station. The part with the balcony on the second floor, that was the room where the overnight attendant could stay and sleep if anybody needed them.
Okay.
And there's the Art Museum and the Arts United Center. The Arts United Center is 50 years old this year, and it's old enough now to be officially nominated to the National Register of Historic Places.
Oh, nice.
And that is underway because it was designed by an internationally renowned architect. And it's a very important building. People come from all over the world to see that building. And here's the gas house.
There must be building something.
And here's the gas house, which is called the gas house because when it was built by the predecessor of NIPSCO, they made gas here. This was back when you couldn't just get natural gas because you didn't have all the pipelines built. And so they put coal and coke and oil with steam under pressure and made what was called town gas. And that was done there. As you can imagine, that was a very toxic process. That is why they keep having to do cleanups and delay projects like this. And that was why NIPSCO had to do remediation several years ago that closed halls for a while, which they used that time to do a lovely restoration of the inside of their building. Now on the left side here, once we get past the bus area, there's a little stone building. That's an 1852 building. That was on the north side of the canal. That is John Brown's stone warehouse. He's a stone mason. And he would get his materials off the canal, and obviously his building showed what he did, and he would get his materials, do his thing, and sell his materials. This side of the road was known as the jail flats, and it was where Fort Wayne did its hangings, which were a big deal back then. And people would come from all out in the countryside to watch the hangings, which I totally don't understand, but they did it. So anyway, there that is. And now we're pulling around and we're back.
Yeah. Good ride.
Dancing and passing through. Let's dance. Record me as I'm dancing on my bike. Person in a costume, dancing on a bicycle, do a tunnel.
What are you making today, Mr. Kevin?
A unicorn hat.
Hey.
like I'm living for the first time. Finally living for the first time. It's like I'm living for the first time. Finally living for the first time. It's like I'm living for the first time. Finally living for the first time. It's like I'm living for the first time. Finally living for the first time. It's like I'm living for the first time. Finally living for the first time. It's like I'm living for the first time. Finally living for the first time. This is what you do. This is what you do. You make me come alive. This is what you do. This is what you do. You make me come alive. This is what you do. This is what you do. You make me come alive. This is what you do. This is what you do. You make me come
That your bank?
Yeah.
I thought that was.
Let's see what you got.
Race. Lawnmower race.
That would be awesome.
They'll go like 50 miles an hour.
Uh-huh. There's a...
Yeah, street cleaner. A street cleaner. Well,
This
so
is
you could
fun.
just film some footage and I can use it for my show too then.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And I got pictures, so.
I gotta take the ramp. Look, here I am trying to eat this. Walk my bike. Thing. Well, I've had a license to learn. I could be able to drive one of those. I just had to.
Oh yeah?
I just had to reactivate my CDL if I wanted to, but.
Yeah, that's if you want to, though.
That's I think possibly a class B. Then you gotta have class A.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 15-ish minutes. So we're trying to move us along that building, but
I find this stuff on my show too.
yep, not.
Not when I was on Dice's digging.
Yeah, see, they got cameras now.
Yeah, they really got it.
Watch what's going on.
In case you act up.
Yeah. That's right.
We were actually in the school bus, and oh my God, this is the first time I sit up here in ever. This has always been busy. I never did do it. And here's the horn.
Wes and his horns.
There's the radio and everything.
Yepper.
Wow, this. And they everybody actually has seatbelts on this bus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, this is. And stay tuned for more. Check this out. We got somebody using being the sample for us.
All right.
Cool.
Well, looky here, people. We have someone sitting in an actual seat.
There you go.
And he's all hooked up and ready to go.
All right, you ready to go see another one? Well,
Yeah,
that was the street department.
Beginning with the 2018-2019 school year, all LTISD school buses will be equipped with seatbelts. It is important for seatbelts to be worn correctly so that all students are safe while riding the bus. Let's show you how. First, click, then tug and snug. That's right, just click, tug, and snug. Great job! Make sure to stay buckled in for the entire ride. In an event of a crash, wearing your seatbelt may prevent serious injury and can even save your life. Remember, as soon as you board the bus, make sure to click, tug, and snug. Safety first.
Buses are here for the school year.
So make sure you think, slow down for the blink. When the sign goes out, don't move about. Please stop your heart.
This message is brought to you by the City of Burnsville. For more information about traffic laws and bus safety, please visit www.burnsville.org/traffic.
They're getting ready to take off.
This one's so cute. I still think this is so cute.
The little one?
Yeah. Yeah, this one I'll get a special part. It's so cute.
That's awesome. Yeah, it is. Awesome, thank you. Oh.
That you travel along, there's one day here and the next day gone. Sometimes you bend, sometimes you stand, sometimes you turn your back to the wind. There's a world outside every darkened door where blues won't haunt you anymore, where the brave are free and lovers soar. Come ride with me to the distant shore. We won't hesitate to break down the garden gate. There's not much time left today. Life is a highway, I wanna ride it all night long. If you're going my way, well, I wanna drive it all night long. Through all these cities and all these towns, it's in my blood and it's all around. I love you now like I loved you then. This is the road and these are the hands. From Mozambique to those Memphis nights, the Copper Pass to Vancouver's lights. And knock me down and back up again. You're in my blood, I'm not a lonely man. There's no road I can hold, a road so rough, this I know. I'll be there when the light comes in, to tell her we're survivors. Life is a highway, but I wanna ride it all night long. Woo! If you're going my way, I wanna drive it all night long. Gimme, 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 yeah. Life is a highway, but I wanna ride it all night long. Yeah. If you're going my way, I wanna drive it all night long. There was a distance between you and I. A misunderstanding once, but now we look it in the eye. Ooh,
The more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends and my friends are yours.
Hey, this is Jeff Landis, and you are watching Access Fort Wayne, where we have access to entertain you. Stay tuned.